Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up guys, Altcoin Tripper here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert, do your own research. Okay, so today let's look at some altcoins. I chose Fantom, INJ, Injective, Chainlink, and CHZ, Chiliz or whatever. Okay, so let's take a look. This is the Fantom high time frame 1 day chart. It looks like shit, obviously. Like everything was just selling off slowly, slow grind down, and then we see this big volume pop on November 3rd. It's up 20% today. What does it usually mean when you see this type of thing? It usually means one of two things. Number one, it's either just going to be some sort of bearish retest and things just are going to start dying, in which case we'll start to see death pretty soon, or it's the start of a big run. Now, if it's the start of the big run, that's okay. You can miss this first pop. What you really want to look at is if and when price starts to pull back, like what we're seeing right now, you'll want to see price start to do something like this, where it has that first big move up, and then it'll like consolidate for a bit and like look pretty solid and like form like a short-term higher low, at least at the 382 or 0.5 fib, and then make the next move up. Another type of consolidation is where like kind of it's like just taps around near the highs and then moves up again. You don't really want to see it do like something like this and like totally like round trip it and then like, you know, lower high. You don't really want to see something like that. You want to see something like where it will so for instance, here on lower time frame charts, you'll want to see it start to maybe consolidate around 24 cents or so, around this range high. You wouldn't really want to see it go all the way back down to 23. If it goes all the way back down to 23 or so, then in my opinion, then it's just like one of those weird scam pump things. But the EMAs all look good. I mean, if you look at the EMAs here, they were all compressing quite a bit and lots of big volume, as I said before. So I don't know. Personally, I'm not going to trade this one because I think it's like a dog shit coin. But I mean, they're all dog shit coins if we're being honest with you. But yeah, I think that like I'm not going to trade it personally. I think there's just better narratives and better coins. But it is something very interesting to see. Huge volume spike, and I am keeping an eye on it. Let's look at CHZ. This is a coin that I long wanted to buy. I have bids, but it never filled. Really strong coin overall. Okay, so what are these levels I marked? I marked strong SR levels. You can see support all throughout December 21 into 2022, resistance all throughout February, and it broke above it really quickly, but then broke down. Acted as resistance again in April, resistance again in August, resistance again in September, and now it's resistance again. Now, when you see this type of price action in general, it usually means that like this is a pretty big supply zone, meaning there's a lot of sellers at this level. But it's important to note that levels get weaker and weaker the more times it's tapped. So every time it comes up into this level, more and more of these sellers are getting filled and those orders are getting taken out, and therefore there are going to be less and less sellers each time this level gets tapped. So this is a really strong overall coin, like, and this is an area that I marked as support, brief resistance back in August, and then it tapped it as support. So this 16-cent level was a very strong one. I thought this coin was really strong because, especially in the context of yesterday, where Bitcoin was dying quite a bit, altcoins were pulling back 5 to 10% or whatever. At least some spikes volatility-wise. CHG just kind of like kept chugging along and just had this vertical accumulation type of price action. It looks really strong. And if you look at some of the EMAs as well, like I have bids all the way around 22 cents or so, as well as 20 cents. I don't know if they're going to fill, but this is a coin that I really want to buy just because it looks really strong. It kept getting bid all throughout yesterday, and it just it's struggling away all the sellers, at least within this kind of 22 cents area. To be clear, I actually did buy around 22 cents, but then I quickly exited, just pretty much at break even, just because I was unsure of overall conditions yesterday. But it looks like a really strong coin, to be frank and honest with you. And if you want an active trade, there's a few different setups you can take. Number one, you can hope to buy a dip, around, as I said, around this 22 cents area, assuming that this area can't be broken. If you are a breakout trader, you can wait until price breaks above it, and then continues higher. The problem is that, if you were a breakout trader back in August and September, late September, you would have gotten destroyed both of those instances. So it is important to note that does carry some risk, but you should have some predetermined stop loss right below 24 cents or so, 24.3. That would be my personal plan. But this is a really strong coin in my opinion, and has some FA narratives as well with the World Cup. Definitely something to look for. Let's look at Chainlink. Chainlink is one of my favorite high time frame coins, to be frank and honest with you. I think it's been accumulating for literally many, many months, much longer than other coins, to be frank and honest with you. It's been in this overall range for, it's been 177 days. So that's quite a while, to be frank and honest with you. Almost six months now. And the EMAs have all caught up on high time frame charts. And I think that honestly, if you're looking for a trade where you just buy a coin anywhere from this like 750 area all the way down to 6, like if you just DCA in, I think that you will be very happy within like a few months. And it's something I'm heavily considering, to be frank and honest with you. I should just go ahead and buy this coin and just like turn off my brain, go into a coma for a week or something, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, however long it's going to take. But I find it very, very likely that this one explodes very strongly. I think it's just a very high probability trade, which is something that is like very hard to come by in this current market, in my opinion. This is a coin where I'm probably just going to go and I'll consider buying it and just holding it. I don't know. Like I think that going from something like 750 to 14, this is like not a big stretch at all. Yeah, I don't know. Like you can take your like 50% or whatever and just enjoy it. I think that's probably pretty likely. But this is a coin where I think you just DCA, you just buy, you don't worry about the price, like the short-term price. Like, yeah, it goes from $8 and goes all the way down to $6, $6.40 or something. Then it sucks, but like you just wait on it and just let it sit. But I still think it looks really strong, to be frank and honest with you. Let's look at Injective. That's the last token I want to check out. INJ has been very, very strong overall. It's it hit $3. This overall area was an area that I was recommending people sell at around 260 because the 200-day EMA has acted as resistance. In addition to that, Bitcoin was looking very iffy, but the overall trend has been just very, very strong here. It's been very strong. It's got very clean levels, in my opinion. You can see resistance all throughout this $2 to $220 area. You can see resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it finally broke through. And that's what I was a little bit talking about with regards to CHZ, where resistance will eventually break down the more times it gets tapped. Same thing with support as well. So, we did see this swing high. That area did get tapped and broken significantly. And it does, in my opinion, look like the trend is still very strong. And I think that something like 380 is probably next. If you look at the next significant point where there's expected strong sellers, in my opinion, it would be this 380 area because, 380 to 4, low 4s or something, low mid 4s. Support back here, and it broke down after that. It was like, I don't know what the hell this is, like a resistance support. This is bounced for a second, then it broke down. But this area should be a good, decent selling area. So in my opinion, still really strong coin. You can probably just buy dips until you can't on this one, but EMAs are still really strong, and this is just, again, a very strong coin with strong narrative. So these are some active trades and some also non-active trades, such as Chainlink, that I am considering buying or selling, and those are some overall ideas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video for altcoins, and thank you so much for the support.